Hey, Mick and Bill again, and today we're going to be talking about traffic. And the biggest thing with traffic is how to get it. You're going to use social platforms like Facebook, whatnot, Twitter maybe, SEO, or you're going to pay for the traffic. Bill, where do you want to run with this? Want to start with like SEO first?
Yeah, I think SEO is probably the number one thing people think of in terms of traffic. It certainly is the number one thing people spend money on.
Or for free paid traffic with Google.
Well, free paid traffic is kind of an interesting term because if you're doing SEO, you're spending time, labor, money
That's true.
in doing SEO. And it's a constantly evolving sort of thing. The stuff I used to do in 2004, basically you'd stick a few keywords on a web page and you got traffic. It was really easy. Later on, it became backlinks. Now it's changed even further.
Article marketing and backlinks.
It takes direct traffic, flow of content, and it takes a very positive user experience once they come to your website.
Well, that said, why don't you veer off into Panda? Just a touch on Panda. We'll hit it in more detail later. But
Well, Google has like twice a year they do kind of a major update. They always assign a name to it, and every time they do that, you see, the end of the world is coming and the sky is falling. What does this mean? It's the end of affiliate marketing, all that. I can assure you it's not, but it does mean there's changes. A year and a half ago there was caffeine. Recently, this summer, it was called Panda. And it's just an evolution of Google's way of looking at websites that are worthy of actually receiving traffic. So what they'll do, especially with new websites that are unproven, is they'll send you a little traffic and then they'll measure exactly what that visitor does once they go to your website. They're looking for behavioral patterns. So they're looking for, what does the guy do if he goes to your blog? Are they going to your blog and instantly clicking away? Do they come back to the same website over and over and over out of repeat visitors? Are they clicking on ads immediately? Are they leaving comments? What they're looking for is some sort of engagement or social interaction between the website and themselves.
what the user experience is all about.
And it's very simple because it became a little while became just unique content. It was all you needed. And there's a lot of ways to create unique content, spinning content, stuff like that. If the content is not engaging and people aren't really reading it and they're not like going, this is great, I'm going to go check out another article or I'm going to leave a comment about it, then it's like a social proof or a vote from that person that this site is worthy of additional traffic. It used to be, I'd leave a link to this site because it was good, but marketers got very good at going out, let's get 500 million links. Those links are still incredibly important. And without them, you'll never have even a shot at trying to get some traffic. But now, once you do get that traffic from Google, they could care less about all the links or all your SEO on your page if the people they send to your website don't like your website.
Yeah, remember how content used to be king? Create new, fresh content every day or several times a week and backlink that content or have relevant content to your website, and that's what made your website rank high on Google. Basically, it's not that easy anymore. Basically, it's a user experience there. What does the user do when he's on your website? Is he coming back because he's engaged or not?
So it's still content.
Yeah.
But it's got to be good and it has to be worthy of comment. This is why like an authority-based website like my personal website does well. Because there's an engagement, there's comments, there's discussion, there's things going on.
And which website's that?
McRaeSite.com.
Right.
This is why Facebook or all these other sites are so good. This is also why a site like Squidoo kind of fell. Even though they had tons of unique content on their sites, it wasn't very focused. It was on every topic in the world, and there was no ultimate engagement on those sites. So when Panda came out, they were going, blog farms and these things are going to become less effective, and automated blogging become less effective. In essence, that's correct. But if you still have a quality site and the user stays there, and then when you look at your stats, it doesn't say that 90% of all visitors coming to that site are coming to it for the first time. You don't stand much of a chance if your stats are poor in that regard. Google's going to see it.
Here's a really good trick to help you with that as well. This is what I do on my blog. Obviously, I have a pop-up that pops up that says, hey, if you'd like to download this free, whatever it is, this 10-page whatever about SEO or internet marketing, whatever, simply click here and it will refresh to another page. Not only are you getting their email so you can build your list, but it's also giving them something of value. Now, once they download that thing of value, you can upsell them into something else without costing them any money to land on another page that will engage them on your website. They'll give away some really great value too. So what they're doing is not only they are engaging with their opt-in form and you're getting some information being redirected and landing on another page, which counts, that page is also redirecting them to another page, which could be another free gift, which basically Google is seeing these people are hitting 2 to 3 pages within your website, which Google considers engaged. And that will help your ranking and your score a lot. It's kind of a simple trick. I thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, the other thing to do, and this is real simple, is any links on your website, just make sure that they're set with a tag so that they're blank. In other words, what happens, it either opens a new tab or a new window, but it leaves your website there. So if they click on the link and go over here and they're not even paying attention to your site, it still looks like they're on your site.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best tricks is always open a new window, because now what you're seeing is that website, your website, since it's still open, the clock is running.
Now, ultimately, someone doesn't go to one page and stay there for 30 minutes, right? So, Google is not stupid. I mean, for every black hatter out there that tricks Google, there's 10 PhDs sitting there that figure it out and solve it real quickly. You got to work with what they want if you really want to get traffic. Any tricks, any tip, any scammy ways of generating traffic are short term.
Yeah.
If you cannot create engagement at your site, if you can't get people to stay there and comment and have a social discussion or leave reviews or anything like that, the next best scenario is to make sure that there's a flow of content so that that content will attract search engine traffic, but also traffic through your syndication feeds, which are your RSS feeds. And if you set your system up right, those are going to be syndicated to the social networks. They're going to be syndicated to RSS feed aggregators. They're going to get picked up by other websites. They're going to be sending you traffic from a lot of other sources other than just Google.
Let's talk about paid traffic real quickly. Just let's touch on it. We can go into more detail later. But, I mean, paid traffic using AdWords and media stuff, maybe pay-per-view, stuff like that. I've noticed with the PPV, the pay-per-view, hasn't really worked for me that well. It seemed like I was just kind of flushing money down the drain.
It's essentially, your traffic's a nuisance. It's a pop under. The guy didn't want to see it. So it's like pop-ups used to be. It's spam. Pay-per-click is great. I mean, but you can't do it with AdWords anymore in the affiliate marketing because they don't want you.
Right.
Doing media buys is very effective, but you got to go a lot of different sources. And since it's the only place for affiliate marketers to go to buy traffic, the cost per click has gone up to the level to where you're probably going to lose money if your sales funnel is very shallow and there's only, trying to get this one sale. You have to figure out how to make money on the process, not just on the front end.
Yeah, we'll get more into media buys later, but we hope that was good juice for thought right there, and we'll see you on the next video.